If you're spending most of your day inside a spreadsheet, you're missing the most valuable thing you can do as a finance professional. And it has nothing to do with formulas. It has to do with what happens when you get up from your desk. I'm Wattig, director of Wharton Online's FP&A certificate program, and business partnering was always my favorite part when I worked in finance leadership roles at Unilever and Squarespace for over a decade. So let me explain what it actually is in under 5 minutes. There's a free one-pager cheat sheet on this in the description if you want it for later. At its core, business partnering is what you do when you take your head out of the spreadsheet, walk over to a colleague in another department, and help them reach their goals. That's it. The way you do it well comes down to two things: empathy and business acumen. Empathy isn't about sympathizing with your colleagues' feelings. It's about putting yourself in their shoes, understanding their pain points, knowing what's actually hard about their job day to day. Business acumen is about understanding the business deeply enough that you can connect what you're seeing in finance with what they're working on operationally. If you can't connect those dots, you aren't partnering, you're just reporting numbers. Get those two right and you can deliver on the 4 things finance business partners actually do. 1, raising accountability. Without it, performance tracking is meaningless. If no one owns a variance, no one learns from it. Your job is to make sure every team takes ownership of their numbers, that operational data flows freely across functions, and that root causes get identified together, not by finance alone. 2, simplifying and questioning. Most organizations are drowning in data but starving for insight. Especially with real-time dashboards everywhere, finance has to decide what matters. You shine a light on the few metrics executives should care about today, and the way you get there is by asking better questions than anyone else in the room. I'd argue this is the single most important skill in FP&A. 3, creating visibility. This is about finding the metrics that matter. Often, that means leading indicators, the ones that tell you where sales or profits are headed before they hit the income statement. Discovering them by connecting operational performance to financial outcomes is one of the most valuable things finance can do. Quick example. When I was at Squarespace, I sat in a leadership meeting that fell apart because 3 teams had 3 different definitions of website visitor. We spent the whole meeting arguing about whose definition was right instead of making the decision. I learned the hard way that finding the metric is half the job. Getting everyone to agree on what it means is the other half. 4, influencing and empowering. Here's the catch with everything I just said. You don't have hierarchical authority over the people you're partnering with. You can't tell the head of marketing what to do. You have to influence them. Show them what's in it for them. Show them how doing what you recommend helps them hit their goals. The goal of all of this is simple: to be a strategic partner who drives sustainable growth and profitability while managing risk. And managing risk doesn't mean being the voice of caution. The best finance business partners can also point to the risks that are worth taking because they did the analysis to back it all up. If you want a one-page version of everything I just covered, that cheat sheet is one of 10 free FP&A one-pagers I put together. They cover variance analysis, forecasting, financial modeling, the career path, and more. Grab them at the link in the description. Now close the spreadsheet and go talk to someone.